Parshas Emor, the Torah lists a lot of the mumim, a lot of the blemishes that disqualify a korban from being disqualify an animal from being a kosher korban. Medrash says, in interesting words, Medrash says, an animal has a broken limb, you can't bring it as a korban, but a person has a leiv nishbar, a person has a broken heart, then he can bring the korban, no problem. It's not called a mum. Rabbi Alexandri adds, says the Medrash, a person would serve a king with a broken vessel. He would serve him in a broken cup, in a broken plate. It would be an embarrassment. It would be a disgrace. But a person comes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with a broken heart. Hashem accepts him, accepts his tshuva, and accepts his avodah. Seems a little bit strange. Yeah, the words are similar: broken plate, broken arm, broken heart. But of course, a broken heart doesn't mean literally the heart is broken. It means a person is coming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with submission, with humility. That's called a broken heart. That's beautiful. Why would we even think that should be a disqualification of us serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu? The truth is that we find that halacha considers a broken heart a problem. Why? We find in the Gemara Moed Katan says that an einin, a person in the first day of Avelus, after the loss of a close relative, not allowed to bring a korban. Why? Because a korban is called a shlomim, says the Gemara, and shlomim means he has to be shalem. And an einin, a person who's mourning a fresh death, he's not a shalem. He's lacking. What's he lacking? It's not lacking the relative. That's not what it means, because then he can never bring a korban after that. No, it means that at this point he's considered a lacking person because he's not in the frame of mind to bring the korban. So he has a broken heart. Same idea. Shem Shmuel explains very beautifully. The Zohar asks a question. The Zohar says, how can a person ever bring a korban to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with a broken heart, with this type of approach of being brokenhearted, of doing tshuva? How can a person do it? It says, if it was Hashem b'simcha, a person has to always serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with happiness, with simcha, with joy. And the Zohar answers, yeah, it's true, there's a problem here, but it balances out, because the Kohanim and the Leviim, they're in a good mood, they're serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu with simcha, so it balances it out. It says the Shem Shmuel, you see from here, it's not the fact that a person, the heart is broken. The problem is that he's not b'simcha. That's the lack. The lack is the mum that he has when he's coming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with a broken heart, is that he's lacking the simcha, and a person has to go. It's a mum. It's called a blemish. A person cannot serve Hashem if he's not b'simcha. So we have a heter. We have a way of doing it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us a gift, and He wants to accept our tshuva, and He wants us to come to Him with a broken heart, and broken in a way that brings us closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and closer to His avodah. So He accepts us even when we're broken, even when we're sad, even when we're not full of the simcha that's usually required to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Balances out. We have an equation how it works with the Kohen and the Levi. That's for the Zohar. But L'maisa says the Shem Shmuel, this is true usually on a regular day. But on Shabbos we have a special gift, because we know that Adam Rishon, when he met Cain said he did tshuva, and HaKadosh Baruch accepted his tshuva. Adam Rishon said, Mizmor Shilim Shabbos. That's what the Gemara says. What does it mean, Mizmor Shilim Shabbos? Shabbos has a special element of tshuva in it. What's the element of tshuva? It says in the name of the big tzaddikim, his father, the Chedushei Rim. He brings that Shabbos has within it an approach to tshuva with simcha. Just like we know that on Shabbos a person is not allowed to speak about business matters, about things that have to do with the Sheish Simei Bereish, just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu finished creating the world in 6 days on Shabbos. He's only focused on Shabbos. A person also is only focused on the mitzvah hayom of serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of saying Kiddush, of investing in his spiritual growth. That's what Shabbos is about. Even not to think about his inyani ruchni, that's what it says. Not even to think about what he should be doing, or what he's lacking, or what he's not doing. So usually the tshuva of a weekday, is accompanied with the leiv nishbar, with the humility, with the broken heart. That's the regular, that we have to have the heter of the Zohar, that it compensates with the thing and the medrash, that it works like that. But on Shabbos, a person doesn't have to think about that. A person does tshuva, but he does it only with a positive attitude, only with a positive mood. He only thinks about going forward and building. He doesn't think about the past. He doesn't think about all the things that have to be fixed and all the problems. That's for the Sheish Simei Bereish. So therefore, every Shabbos, says the Heilige Shem Shmuel, all of this comes to us as a gift. And we have the gift of Shabbos, that the Shabbos gives us the opportunity to be able to do tshuva, to be able to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu only with simcha. Thank you, Shabbos.